Hello everybody, in this video I'm going to show you how to replace or change the oil on your car. This is pretty standard. It's stuff, it should be the same procedure on all cars. Our car is a 2013 Toyota Sequoia. I think the only difference with changing oil is that some have this type of oil cartridge, which is, where was it? It's just like a filter that goes in a little pan, which I'll show you later in the video, or a canister, which are more like this. It would not be this big. This is a dump truck filter, but that's the one of two kinds that it would be. So first I'm going to get a mat on the floor so I don't get all dirty, and we'll move on to the next step from there, but I'm gonna do that really quick. So now that I have the mat under me, I'm going to slide it under our oil pan, and I'll show you where everything is and what to do with it. Also, don't mind if my family pops in and out. They're out here doing some work too. So I don't know if you can see it, kind of tight, but right here, there'll be an arrow on your screen, but right where the arrow is, that is your drain bolt. So this is our oil pan. That's where the oil sits and gets sucked up. Bigger trucks might have one or two, so it's pretty obvious. It's just usually a big tank-like thing with a bolt hanging out of the lower end. So there's that, and then our oil filter is this little thing right here. So you stick the end of a ratchet in it, it twists out, and that cartridge goes in there. Now other cars might have one of those canister-like oil filters I showed you earlier. I have our oil pan under the bolt, and the first step to draining it would be pulling the drain plug. Do not pull your oil filter first, because oil will come dumping out of there. So make sure to get your drain bolt first. So here we are under the car. If you have a smaller car, you may need to jack up your car. I have a hydraulic jack, and make sure that you have a safety jack, so in case the primary jack fails, you have something to catch that. So here's our drain bolt. Sometimes these will have a crush washer on them, which is just a soft copper washer to keep a little seal on them. So if you are sensitive, maybe wear gloves. My hands are pretty used to it. So get a drain pan right here. Just make sure it's not full, because there's quite a bit of oil that comes out of these. So there we go. Actually, hang on. Well, the oil tends to shoot out a little bit, so make sure that you have all that ready. There we go. There we go. Shoot. Dang it. Dang it, what the heck? Rain everywhere. It'll do that. Make sure you're not in the way. That's gonna be fun cleaning up. Well, I get that cleaned up with a few shop towels. This will just drain. Let it drain for a few minutes, and when it does start to drain, it does like to, the oil stream likes to slurp around a little bit and move, so make sure that yours is positioned in an area where, see, now it's dripping up there. Like dripping and pouring. Couldn't be a better combination. There we go. That's a little better. So it's really hard for you guys to see under here, but there's just a hole where it's going in that little storage area. Oh, sprang out again. What the heck? Hitting a weird spot. Oh no. Why don't you move? So we're gonna let this drain for a minute. Just make sure it's positioned where you don't spill oil like I did. I think I just went too close to the edge and sloshed over. But so I'm gonna get all this oil cleaned up. So our oil is mostly done. Just doing a little bit of streaming right now. You can do that for another half hour to an hour. So we're not gonna worry about that. That's not gonna harm our engine. About the oil spill. You got some on the tire. If this does happen, which is probably not rare, I would get some cleaner. I like to use brake or carburetor cleaner. It's not very, I mean, it's chemically, but it's not bad compared to some other chemicals. And does a great job of cleaning it up. So I'll do that after. But for the big oil spills, I use kitty litter. Yes, kitty litter. It does a good job of cleaning up cat crap and oil, which is why you might see it on the side of the road if a car got in a wreck and spilled oil everywhere. So we always have some on hand because oil's bound to spill sometime. But so now let's get our drain plug back in. Ours also has a crush washer. This is a plastic one. Some other ones are copper. Oh, come on. Just, if yours is worn out, make sure to replace it, because that's pretty much the only seal you have from the oil pan. So, let's get this in. Sorry, it's really hard to see under here. I'm like, trying to work and make content. Get that on. Make sure there's no dirt on the inside of it, because you don't want that getting in the oil. So, we have that. I'm just going to use one of our shop rags and wipe up that oil so it doesn't get on the road and everything. So, now, the next step is where is it? There it is. Should be back. It's our oil filter. I'm going to see if I can get the tripod under here. I'm going to want that. So, I have our oil pan below us. I have my light. And on this one, this is the only one I've seen have it. Other ones might have different, but so sorry about the lighting, but it's just the end of this is the ratchet extension, so it's the end of it. It goes in here, twist it off. Come on. Wow, it's tight. Wow. Oh my gosh. Oh, what the heck. Oh, there we go. Whew. I was on there good and tight. And I am so sorry about the conditions in here. I hope you can see, but this is our cartridge up here. So twist it off. Go. So stop using that as soon as you can get it off by hand. Just have your face and mouth closed. There's a few drips. There you go. I'm just gonna let that drip for a minute. Can you see it? You can see a little bit. I don't know how much though, but there's usually a little oil in that. There's a little reservoir in here. We're just gonna let that drain for a minute, because at the position I'm in, if I try to do it now, the oil's gonna run down my arm. But hey guys, if you made it this far, if you've watched my past videos, you'll probably notice that I have like some words I'll say really fast and you can't even really know what the words are. It's all kind of part of my stutter. I have some words I run across. My tongue literally won't like even say the word, so I'll like come to a word and I'll just talk way too fast, and a lot of times I talk too fast And when you focus on doing something and you're in front of a camera and everything, it's hard to remember to talk slow and pronounce, fully pronounce words. So I'm sorry for that. Just bear with me. I'm doing my best. Also, when you drain the oil, maybe if it's an older car and it's been sitting for quite a few years, I would, or I guess any machinery that's been sitting for a few years, watch to make sure there's no water that comes out, because water can be really bad. The quality of the oil, because that can tip you off to problems, or metal shavings. So you just want to make sure that none of that's in there. And if there's anything big parts, you may want to look up and see what part it is and maybe get it fixed. So I just want to let you guys know. Enjoy the video. It's probably good. Start twisting it off. Here's the oil. Oh, there we go. It's nice and warm. Here's our filter. I don't know how well you can see that, but this is our actual paper filter, and this bit is just the other part of it. So I'm gonna put that, there we go, on the oil. I'll let that drain for a second. And I made a little bit more of a mess down here. So I'm gonna go and get some towels, and I'll show you how to install the oil filter. So here's our oil filter. One thing, especially if you have an older car or a bad engine, like, a reputably bad engine, pull out the filter, just slide out, and check it for any, gunk or garbage. This one's really clean. It has a little bit of dirt, that's just from me taking it off. But if there's any sludge or metal shavings, like I've heard of people who have metal shavings, huge metal shavings, in their filter, and I've run it for thousands and thousands of hours after that, and it runs great. So it doesn't mean your engine's bad, but still it's good to check that and clean it. And maybe after that, be a little more aware. Like, oh, that's a weird sound. Maybe it's that. But this is all clean, so let's get our new filter. Should be the same. Yep. Remember, if yours has the canister type, you'll just screw it off. You make sure to get all the oil out really good, and then you recycle that and get a new one. This one is obviously replaceable. I think this just helps save them money from the metal and everything. Oh, also number 2. This one comes with a rubber O-ring. Why is there no O-ring on here? Well, that's probably why it was hard to come off. Huh. There should be an O-ring right around this edge right here. And there is none. I was the last one to change the oil on this car, and I probably just forgot to put it on. Or it fell off. Well, good thing it didn't leak. So, slide over. Slide it past the... Slide it down. Get it right where it's going to contact. And let's go throw this baby back on the car. So this little hole is where our filter goes in. Just make sure there's no dirt anywhere. The whole oil ordeal has to have no dirt, because that will destroy. Well, I guess it depends how much, but a lot of dirt will destroy your engine. So I'm just gonna also wipe off the thing. There's lots of oil all over it. I try to minimize oil everywhere. So screw that on by hand. That's a rag. Here we go. Just to wipe it up with oil. Make sure there's no drips, and then get our ratchet on and tighten it down. You don't have to crank it on, but get it on tight. Just enough to where it gets a little bit hard. Oh, shoot, there's my light. Hopefully you guys can still see it. It's right here, remember? Thankfully it's just me tightening it. So, I'll see about that tight. It's probably good. So we got that. We'll mess around with the rag, getting all the excess oil. Now, it's time to fill the engine back up with our fresh engine oil. So, here's our oil, funnel. Make sure to clean it out good. Even if you've only used oil, there's still dirt that you don't want getting in the engine, so just make sure to clean it. I just cleaned ours with some carburetor cleaner. This is our engine oil filler. Engine oil filler thing. It says SAE OW20 oil. That is the type of oil. That's what we have. Oh, shoot. That came out of the bottom down there. Don't pour too fast, that's for sure. Just go slow. Now I'm going to check our dipstick, which is just behind us. They usually have a yellow tip. Let's see. Daddy. There's these two dots right here. The oil one should be right in the middle. And it's not on there yet, so it's a good sign. Now I'm going to go and check our dipstick one more time. As you can see, there's nothing on it yet. Come on. Now, after this one, we should see a little bit of oil, but not much. I'll check our dipstick. Sure enough, we're just below the one dot. I don't know if you can see that. There's two dots. We're right below the one dot. Looks like we're right in the middle. I know, as I just said, it should be right in the middle. It should actually be more like 3/4 of the way up, my dad said, just because it gives a little bit more margin of safety for, your engine. Also, when buying your oil filter, make sure, I repeat, make sure that is the correct oil for your car, because if it's not, it could go really bad. When you search up, your oil for your car, don't just buy the first thing that pops up. Make sure you're absolutely certain that is the correct oil for your car and oil filter as well. So, I just thought I should let you guys know. These two dots are right in the middle. I don't want to keep this around, so I'm just going to see if we can finish it off really quick. But whenever doing this, be very, very careful not to go over full. So for that. Yeah, we can just go ahead and finish off that bottle. But there we go. Well, there you have it. That is how you change an oil in your car. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you wouldn't mind, go and hit that subscribe button. It really helps out me as a YouTuber and everything. Again, just make sure, double check, do all the things to make sure that is the correct oil and filter for your car. If not, you could have massive, expensive, huge problems. So, hope you guys learned a lot and can successfully do it by yourself. Thank you for watching this far. Just watching the video really helps me out. Have a great day.